out of every butterfly egg that's laid, 1 out of 100 eggs will make it to the butterfly stage because there are predators. So if you find eggs and bring them inside, then they have a much higher chance of making it to the adult butterfly stage. It's almost a guarantee. They have this innate ability just to find milkweed wherever it is. The monarch butterflies are in decline because there are a lot of pesticides being used now. With the use of pesticides, the amount of milkweed has really declined, and therefore the monarch population has declined because it is their only host plant for the monarch butterfly. I highly encourage everyone to plant their native milkweed. Native meaning what is natural to your environment. So what they'll do is an adult monarch, they just have an innate ability to identify it, and the female monarch will lay its eggs only on milkweed. The whole idea of a host plant is that the monarch butterfly knows that when it lays its egg on milkweed, it has an instant food source. What I do is I look around my milkweed and I try to find all the eggs, because there are a lot of natural predators for monarch butterflies and for monarch caterpillars and for eggs, because they are a source of protein. For example, wasps. Wasps will come and eat the eggs. Ants will also eat the eggs. So I collect the eggs that are usually found on the underside of a milkweed leaf. I bring them inside. I wait for them to hatch, which is usually after 2 or 3 days. And then all they do is eat and poop. And really, that's really all they do. It takes about 2 or 3 weeks for a newly hatched monarch caterpillar to get to the point where it's ready to turn into a chrysalis. But like I said, the only food source is milkweed. So what I'll do is I'll bring them into a little rearing container and I'll just keep feeding them fresh milkweed. After about 3 weeks, they will be ready to turn into a chrysalis. They will hang, they crawl up to like the top of the rearing enclosure, and they hang into sort of a J formation as the caterpillar. And then they pupate into the chrysalis. And that's where basically they shed their skin for their last time, and it looks like a little green emerald. After 10 days, it will eclose from the chrysalis and turn into butterflies. So they have to hang for a couple hours. Gravity is very helpful in that situation. That's why they crawl to the top of the enclosure. And after their wings are dry, they're ready to be released. You know, not every butterfly is able to fly. Some butterflies are not healthy. I even let those butterflies outside as well. I'll put them on a flower and then let nature take its course. I'm here to help nature, not to hinder it. Basically, our goal is really to educate people, because it is time consuming to actually raise the butterflies, and you really have to dedicate yourself to that. But if you just want to help the monarchs, just by planting native milkweed is really the best thing you can do.